Happy Birthday Day. That Obama Kenyan birth certificate is actually a retouched Australian birth certificate. Good day. That's next, but first time for Countdown's number 2 story. Tonight's worst persons in the world of bronze. Congressman Peter King of New York announcing on this network that health care, quote, is not a major issue among the American people. I think the last poll showed 14% see health care reform as being a major issue. Oh, Congressman. The last poll to which you referred was the NBC Wall Street Journal poll, so thanks for that. The 3 most important issues in that poll to American voters were job creation, 38%, the deficit, 17%, health care, 14%. So the 3rd most important issue, which, by the way, is actually in a statistical tie for 2nd most important issue, that's not an important issue in Peter King's book. Was school bad where he grew up, or is he just willfully stripping himself of logic? The runner-up tonight, former actor Chuck Norris, officially coming out of the closet today as an Obama birther, writing to the president on his birthday, quote, refusing to post your original birth certificate is an unwise political and leadership decision that is enabling the birther controversy. The nation you are called to lead is experiencing a growing swell of conspirators. You can get medication for that without prescription now, Chuck. Growing swell of conspirators who are convinced that you are covering up something. So why not just prove them wrong and shut them up? I agree with CNN's Lou Dobbs. Okay, Mr. Norris, this is where your argument falls to the ground. Also, the president did release his birth certificate. Even WorldNet Daily vetted it and found it legit. But the most amazing part of this is that Mr. Norris goes on in his letter to note, I must admit that I find it a bit of a groundless stretch not to believe in the birth announcements in 2 major Hawaiian newspapers in August 1961, in which Hawaii's health department would have been required to post information it received directly from hospitals. Mr. and Mrs. Barack H. Obama, 6085 Kalani Ana Ole Highway, Sun, August 4th. Yeah, see, that's the essence of the thing. The plot to pass a foreign-born baby as a president of the United States began with birth announcements in the newspapers of Hawaii 48 years ago this week. Is the baby also mentioned in the Da Vinci Code? Was he named Damien? Speaking of which, today's winner, Lou Dobbs. Bit off more than he could chew by aligning himself with the birthers at CNN, the last place they do real journalism, as his ratings implosion suggests. They're talking about off his meds Olbermann, saying last night that he thought Lou Dobbs thought the birth certificate thing was legit, whatever the heck it was. Olbermann straight up is a liar, and he's a fraud. He doesn't know anything about... I shouldn't say that. First, I think he does know. I think he doesn't care what's true, because he's just so blinded by his partisan views. Just amazing to me. He says things you would never say to one's face, and he does it night after night after night. Lou added that these things bring, quote, little light on him. Spotlight, I mean. Gives him viewers. I don't know why he does it, but there it is. I'm delighted to turn now to a delightful journalist, Michelle Malkin. To start with, I mean, Michelle Malkin doesn't even call herself a journalist. Secondly, ratings, Lou? When we beat you 2-1 last night in all category? Thirdly, meds, Lou? CNN's fading, shot only in soft focus, birther-embracing former star, the man who during the week makes millions off bashing immigrants and especially Hispanics, even though his wife and kids are Hispanic. The man who, when he was 37, threatened to beat up his wife's 62-year-old boss because he wouldn't let her anchor sportscasts anymore. What do you want, Lou? To come take a swing at me? That Lou Dobbs? Meds? Have you had your tranquilizer dart yet today, Lou? Lou Dobbs, today's worst person in the world.